Hey guys, to commemorate us getting through all of our hot school candidates, we're going to be giving away a $20 Blizzard gift card. In the event that you want to try to win this, go ahead and follow the link in the description below, and good luck. And we'll see you guys all. Good morning, class, and welcome back to Hot School. In today's lesson, we will be covering Probius, who is a probe from the StarCraft universe. Probius can be quite an ally by kind of doing area denial. He's kind of in a weird place right now because of all of the dive heroes with their stuns and everything. He doesn't have a lot of health, but what he does give your team the ability to really clear out minion waves, and if he is not taken care of, he can actually do some substantial damage. Let's see what we can get done with him here today. Alrighty, so we find ourselves in Alterac Pass. On the friendly team, we've got Probius, Nazebo, Abathur, Imperius, and Tracer versus Leoric, Illidan, Imperius, Junkrat, and Zarya. This matchup. Okay, so our focus here is going to be trying to push out lanes and just really try to win the XP race. Winning the objective is going to be a little difficult for us, especially in the early game here. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I think Matchmaker might end up being the MVP on this one. But we got to give it our best shot and see what we can do. Hopefully we can kind of come back from it. Do 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 do. Alrighty. At level 1, we are going to take Warp Resonance. So by detonating our Warp Rift explosions on heroes, we're going to gain different benefits. So after hitting 10 heroes with the Warp Rift explosions, we're going to increase explosive damage by 100. And after hitting 20 heroes, we're going to gain an additional charge. So our Q ability is called Disruption Pulse. It kind of shoots out just a little ball of light, does a little bit of damage, but where it's really useful is actually combining it with our W skill, which is Warp Rift. So we throw down a circle in this area there, as you can see, and what that does is it sits there, doesn't do anything until our Disruption Pulse hits it. Now when that happens, it explodes and deals damage. Our E ability is Photon Cannon, which you may remember from StarCraft. So we can go ahead and place that down, and it will shoot any enemies that are kind of in its way, as you see there. So we're going to go ahead and throw down 2 of our W's here, throw a Q at it, and we're going to go ahead and take this out. I'm choosing to not participate with the little team skirmish there at the beginning because we need to focus on trying to make something happen otherwise. Our best chance is to try to get ahead in the XP game. This is going to be a problem. Yeah. So the main thing about Probius is we do not have health. So we got to make sure that we don't push up like that. I was hoping that I'd be able to just get off the 2 warp rifts there as the minions were coming out before. It looks like 3 of them would come down towards us. Our mount ability is not mount. What it is it's a worker rush. So we gain 60% movement speed for 5 seconds. So it's kind of like a sprint. Now the downside to it is that it as soon as we are touched by any damage, we lose that sprint. So it's why it really wasn't useful to get us out of there. We're going to go ahead and pop that down. Now, if you're going against Probius, one of the best things you can do is take out his pylons, which I haven't really discussed as of yet, but our D ability is Warp in Pylon. As you can see here, it does this big circle effect here. And this is what gives us back our mana. So as long as we've got these pylons out, we have the ability to gain back mana here. So we're going to go ahead, come up here. And as you can see, even at level, in this case, 4, we can do considerable damage to our allies. And I really wasn't even that upset about dying there initially because we actually gained more XP because we got a minion wave. We were able to get a minion wave that they were unable to to get, and so we actually gain more XP than the death that we took. So we're gonna go ahead and take out this wave. Go ahead and throw that for this Imperius there. Go ahead and tag him there. Working on our stacks a little bit. Now, if we had more of a frontline team, I would have messed around with the skirmish area here in the middle at the beginning a little bit more. And it would have been kind of beneficial to try to get us some stacks, but we just don't really have a team that's going to protect us in that regard. So I'm happy with my decision to get XP as opposed to messing around with that. So right now, if they don't come down and get that wave of XP, which they're not going to be able to because this Tracer came up here and made a play on the Junkrat, we're going to gain even more of a level advantage on them. Go ahead and damage that Zarya a little bit there. Go ahead and take out that Zarya. Yeah, come on. Come on, Leo. And we're just gonna kind of come out here. And we'll use our worker rush so that we can go ahead and sprint down over here. Grab this guy right there. Yeah, come on. those two tower damage does a lot more damage than damage you're gonna do to me. So we're gonna go ahead and put down one of our pylons. Go ahead and toss down our Photon Cannon. And go ahead and take out all those minions so that we can have some minions doing some damage as well. Got Illidan on us. We can chase this if we want. We don't do good in skirmishes, so we want to make sure that we're trying to avoid that as much as possible. So we kind of want to just kind of be a little bit standoffish, try to stay alive. I didn't mention at level 4. So at level 4, we took Shield Capacitor, and what this does is it just gives us more shields, which is what we need to stay alive. We're gonna need all the help that we can get. So go ahead and take out those minions. So one strategy I like to use when playing as Probius is I like to stay on top of minions, because I am probably not going to make all the plays with the character. But if I kill the minions, I can have the minions do a lot of damage as well. So if I can have the minions do my bidding, I mean, it's just as good as me doing direct damage to the enemy. Level 7, we are going to take Rift Shock. So what this does, hitting an enemy with a Warp Rift Explosion increases our damage against them by 20% for 10 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and, once again, see, we're just taking out these minion waves. And as this Leo keeps coming up, we can take out that minion wave before he can really do anything about it. We're just kind of playing a little safe here. I'm gonna put down our Photon Cannon. We're not really pushing up too much in there, which is fine, because what I'm trying to do is get us to 10 before the enemy, and then we'll win this. Oh, look at that! And they're making plays happen, so it doesn't even matter in that regard. We're gonna go ahead and throw down our Photon Cannon there in the bush. And go ahead and take out that Zarya. Pretty good little partnership there. At level 10, we are going to take Pylon Overcharge. What this is going to do is this is going to weaponize our pylons, allowing us to deal more damage. It makes our pylons actually weapons. So as you can see here, they're shooting towards that Illidan right now, and it's going to go ahead and push them off of the zone. We're going to go ahead and throw down a couple Warp Rifts in this area in case they choose to kind of come back there. We're going to go ahead and throw down a pylon here. And put this down. Should be able to kill that Illidan. Nice. Uh-oh. Oh, we're in trouble. We gotta get away. Okay, we're gonna use our worker rush here. Kind of retreat there. Kind of do some damage. Uh-oh. Come on, I need my Q. Alright, well, we did damage. And it's gonna be enough to kill that Imperius after Zeeb's poison. Or Abba's poison, sorry. So we were able to do a little bit more damage there. Now we do have a camp pushing in mid. We don't really have anybody on the team at this point that can really do camps all that well, so it's not really a big focus of ours. As soon as my worker rush comes up, I'm going to use it again so I can get up to this as quickly as possible. It looks like Illidan did hunt our Abba. He's going to be able to do that. I'm going to throw down that Photon Cannon. We're going to go ahead and stop this objective from popping here. Place down a Pylon so we make sure that we get mana. We'll weaponize our Pylon, have it doing its thing. And nice walls by Zeeb's gonna secure that kill. So yeah, we're pushing it here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and place down our Pylon, get down a Photon Cannon so that if they come in through that way, we'll at least be able to A, see them, and B, do a little bit of damage. Not really so much about the damage as much as it is about just having that presence. We're gonna come down here, and we're gonna go ahead and take out this minion wave. Just pop down 2 of these bad boys, and do that, and minion wave gone. I'm gonna throw down a Photon Cannon to absorb some of that the tower shots or minion shots. And go ahead and take out that minion. We'll go ahead and put down another Pylon here. We're just kind of creeping up a little bit. Put down this Photon Cannon. Help us do a little bit of zoning here for our Tracer. And go ahead and take out pretty much that whole wave. And we're gonna go ahead and pop that. I don't care about being hit. It's fine. And we're just gonna kind of come over here. And we're gonna hit the Sippy. At level 13, we're gonna take Shield Battery. So this is going to give anybody who's in our Pylon area, it's going to give them shields. So that's just more of defensive our mechanism for both us and our allies here. We're gonna go ahead and do this, help out, take out this minion wave, and minion wave taken out. So one thing that Probius is really good at, kind of covering minion waves. He excels in maps like Brax's Holdout's a really good one for him. We're gonna go ahead and kind of toss these down here, and we're just gonna kind of put in a little bit more stuff here. Do a little bit of damage to that Imperius. And we're going to use our ult just to kind of stand him off. And then we're going to go ahead and pop it down another Pylon so we have more shots. Junkrat's shooting at us from up there, and that's fine. We go ahead and just kind of take out more and more of these minions. Just keep that push up. Because remember, one of the big focuses that I have is if I am pushing out... If I'm pushing out the lanes, then my minions are going to absorb tower shots, they're going to be doing damage, and that's really what my focus when I play as Probius is. Although obviously, you know, we want to hit people with our stuff. Oh, good lord. We want to hit people with our stuff as much as possible. In the event that something happens, I want the minions to basically take care of the rest. I gotta watch out because they're gonna be coming up at us. I'd love to bait them into this thing here if we could. Doesn't look like we're gonna get the opportunity though. We need to come over here and we're gonna help out this. We're gonna throw down a Pylon first so we can have enough mana to use our skills. Go ahead and hit that Imperius with a couple of those. Throw down another deal here. Pop down that so we can have some damage coming out. Nice, got that Illidan. Throwing down this Warp Rift to kind of, once again, just kind of take care of this minion wave. So, because we were here, we were able to take out most of that camp and minion wave, so we were able to do a lot of that work. And so what you want to do too, so here's kind of a little tactic. You want to put your pylons in such a location. Let's see if we can get in. Yeah, got in a couple hits there. There we go. Got him more damage on Imperius. Not enough to finish him off, unfortunately. We're kind of just creeping up here. At level 16, we're going to take Quantum Entanglement. Warp Rift Slow Lingers. I'm going to kind of put that down because we're doing our own little zoning. We're going to throw down our Photon Cannon here. Go ahead and take out that Illidan. And now we will have 3 charges of our Warp Rift. Okay, so what I was going to talk about, Pylon strategy here. I'm going to throw this down. So you want to have your pylons so they overlap a little bit so that you can put a Photon Cannon. So if they destroy one pylon, you still have another pylon that's going to be able to give them, that's going to be able to power your Photon Cannon. And so see, now we can take out a whole minion wave super quick, super easy. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna plop up our base here. So if we run, we can run through here, through this Abba minefield. And that'd be really good. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that down there. And then we're gonna go ahead and put down our other pylon so it's overlapping on it. And we're gonna go ahead and take care of this minion wave. And do a lot of damage there to the towers. And we're gonna come in here, do another Warp Rift, take care of that tower. And now, since we're creeping up, we're gonna go ahead and put this pylon here, because you can only have 2 pylons out at the same time. Throw that Photon Cannon there. We're gonna do some damage on here. The minions are coming in, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of them. And so we got that taken care of. We're gonna go ahead and throw down another pylon. We got that keep, so we were able to do pretty good damage there, as you saw. And we're going to kind of back off a little bit because I don't want to get ganked, and our team's not really chilling up there anymore, so we're going to kind of back off here. Let's see what Abba's got going on here. Abba's got a pretty damn good push going down bot. I feel like I'm doing nothing right now, but there's nothing really we can push because everything's at our keeps, so we can't even get this camp. Oh, okay, we can. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. So we're throw down that pylon so we can throw down this to tank. And we're throw down 3 Warp Rifts. Take out most of this camp. And finish it off. So doing camps actually, with Probius, once we have 3 Warp Rifts, we're actually pretty decent, the amount of damage that we can do. What's going on over here? All right, we need to hurry up and get over to this. If he wouldn't have died, he was about to. We can make this Imperius pay for his transgressions here. Oh, that was nice. Okay, he's slowed. And we're gonna go ahead, help take him out there. And let's go ahead and take out this. Oh, we're out of mana, so we need to pop down a pylon real quick so we can get mana. And then we can go ahead and do our shot. At level 20, we're going to take construct additional pylons. Something we must do. So let's go ahead and we're going to put down a pylon right here. We're going to go ahead and put down that Photon Cannon, help it do a little bit of tanking. Go ahead and launch 3 of those at them. Abba's coming in here. He's doing a thing. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. Oh man, Abba. I actually would probably die laughing if Abba died there. Like, it would bring me pretty much a lot of joy. All right, let's go down. Let's grab this objective and win the game. Is that going to be a thing? All right, so, oh, good God. We're going to go ahead and throw down a pylon right here. We're gonna absorb some of this with our face. Hopefully it doesn't take out the Okay, do some damage on those. I'm gonna throw down another pylon over here. So now we got 3 pylons. So that construct additional pylons at level 20 allows us to put down a 3rd pylon, plus it lets our ult do even more damage. So we're gonna throw down these, and we're just trying to do a little thing here. We're gonna throw down a 3rd pylon down here, and what this is gonna do is, in the event that we have to pop our ult, we're gonna have 3 points of damage coming out here. Go ahead and take out all of those guys. And throw down another Photon Cannon. We're about to have this objective. I think if we get this objective, I think we win. And they're not really able to contest because we grabbed that boss, so I think it's about to be a thing. Alright. I'm actually gonna go mid and take out this situation here.
Do you expect thanks for fulfilling your duty?
So we're just gonna once again, we're just kind of working on the minion wave. As you can see, our damage is pretty substantial from our warp rifts, doing almost 1,000 damage with this dude's buff. Oh, it looks like they got stuff going on down here. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw this guy down. We're gonna pop our ult, just so we have more damage kind of coming out. Now, if Junkrat was smart, he would use that on our pylon. So we're just gonna do a little bit of damage to him there. Toss this down. Take out this minion wave. Oh, man. Did we just win this game? No! GG. Wow. Looking at the beginning of that match, we should not have won this game. I felt like the matchmaker was gonna just wreck us, but looks like we did a thing. So that's Probius. Man, I'm really surprised we won that game. So as you can see, our siege damage wise, we did a considerable amount of siege. We did really good for XP for our team, and we did fairly decent on hero damage. Not a ton, but we really weren't trying to do hero damage for a lot of that. We were really kind of standoffish, just kind of focusing more on the push. So at level 1, we took warp resonance, and this made it so that our warp rifts did more damage, and so that once we hit 20 heroes, we gained an additional charge of the warp rift, because that's just more and more damage potential. Level 4, we took shield capacitor, and this gave us 10% more health, essentially, but in shields. At level 7, we took Rift Shock, so that if once we hit an enemy with our Warp Rift, we increase our damage against them by 20% for 10 seconds. Where this really comes into play is with this ult, with the Pylon Overcharge, because if you hit them with the Warp Rift, they've taken a huge amount of damage from that, plus then you have the pylons shooting them as well. So that's even more damage, 20% more damage for your Pylon ult doing damage as well. And then if you can catch them in more Warp Rifts, of course, that's even more damage there. Level 13, we took Shield Battery, and this was just so that whenever you were under the Pylon area of effect, we would gain shields as well. And that was just to kind of keep us alive. I was afraid that Illidan was going to dive on us pretty hard, as he is a pretty good counter to us, so I'm surprised we never got hunted or anything by him, so that's just fortuitous for us. Level 16, we took Quantum Entanglement, and this was so that any enemy that... once they were hit by a warp rift, they would be slowed for 3 seconds, even after their contact with the rift. So super effective for us there. And then at level 20, we took construct additional pylons, which so that we launched down a additional pylon and did 25% more damage with our ult. So it ends up being a substantial increase. Plus, being able to have more pylons just means that you're going to be able to just do a lot more. And then As far as other talents and stuff that you can go, I've seen people go for the kind of building into the Photon Cannon, making the Photon Cannon a little bit better. So at level 1, it would be gather minerals, and what this does is after you basically whenever you kill minions or heroes, they drop minerals. You can pick them up, and then it makes your Photon Cannons have more health, and then they can deal more damage as well. Also, the revealing cloaked units is pretty nice with that as well. You can do Photon Barrier, which is so as long as your Photon Cannon is alive and powered, you gain 30 spell armor, so it's kind of a way to help you stay alive. At level 7, you would take Tower Defense, which whenever a Photon Cannon damages an enemy hero, the cooldown is reduced by 1.25 seconds, so you can get more Photon Cannons out, therefore giving you those other benefits. And really, level 13, probably taking shield batteries still, because the Probius just has so little health. Also, at level 10, the other ultimate, Null Gate, is also a really good talent if you have people that can capitalize on it. It puts up a barrier that's going to slow people, do damage to them as well. And that works out really well, keeping them in that Photon Cannon range. So that's something that you want to look at as far as synergy there. In level 16... I really like the slow lingers, just because I want to keep enemies slowed as much as possible, so I can keep up with them and get off more warp rifts. And then a gatekeeper you can do use if you took the null gate at level 10. Then also I've seen people take shoot 'em up, and I've seen people take Probius loop. So basically, whenever a rift explosion hits one or more enemy heroes, it creates a new warp rift in the same location. So you can without having to wait on the warp rift cooldown, you're able to then hit them with your Qs. And so there's that possibility there that you can get in kind of a little bit more potential damage there. But yeah, guys, that's Probius. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And we will see you guys all next time. But who's next? Ooh, Ragnaros. Alrighty. We'll see you guys all next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more gaming content. It really helps me out. It doesn't cost me anything. Thank you again. Have a great day.